Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. I'm your whimsical DM, Victoria, and we're gonna play a game tonight, like we always do. Before we do that, we have announcements and a recap. Kristy, if you could be so kind as to roll the clip for these people.
Good evening, and welcome to the show. Now, here's a word from our sponsors. Little Dragon Core is a Canadian-based dice company that supplies all kinds of cool tabletop gear. I mean, look at all these pretty dicey boys. Head on over to littledragoncorp.com and enter the coupon code BONUS for 15% off your order. That's BONUS. Cardboard Castle Games is a brick-and-mortar game store local to Evans, Georgia. They have a wide selection of tabletop gaming and other cool games like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon cards, and even Yu-Gi-Oh! You can visit them in-store and let them know that we sent you, or you can go visit their website at cardboardcastlegames.com. Also, big thanks to Syrinscape for the amazing atmospheric sounds and music. You can add these sounds and more to your game when you download the Syrinscape desktop or mobile app. The app is free and comes with 20 sound sets that are included to get you started. You don't even need to register. Go to Syrinscape.com to find out more. Thanks as well to Adrian Von Ziegler for providing some additional music that we use here on Thursday nights. He's a talented composer with great content usage rights, so go check out his YouTube and Patreon and support him if you can. Please check out our other games. We stream almost every day here at Probo. We have games for several of the major published 5e modules as well as homebrew games, and some of our games feature systems other than 5e, like Star Wars, Power Rangers, and Alien. Come watch all of our VODs over on our YouTube. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Don't forget, you can also support the channel by following, by subscribing, remembering to click the bell notification so you never miss another live stream, using channel emotes, and if you're an Amazon Prime user, you get a free subscription to Twitch every month. Thanks again to all of our sponsors for supporting Proficiency Bonus. And now, back to the show.
Thank you, Kristy, for doing those announcements. It's much appreciated. And now we're going to go to Ink, who's going to do our recap, unless somebody else is going to take over and commandeer that ship.
No.
No, because then I have to change it to the Overland.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Last time on Wild Beyond the Witchlight, the party settled down for their first real night of camping in Thither, this expansive forest that takes place over the entirety of our map right now. They don't know where they need to go, they don't know who they can trust, but they did find a lovely owlbear. As they settled down to sleep, Ego stayed awake a little bit longer and spoke with Dawn about the frustrations that she had with this developing predicament that is their existence. The two are still a little bit at odds with it. Dawn desperately trying to get Ego to understand that perhaps, maybe, just maybe, their mother is not a good person. Could be lying, could be deceitful, could be all manner of other things. Ego still doesn't seem really ready to accept this, and instead laments about how Dawn seems to have an incredibly loving family, and yet he still finds reasons to complain. Despite this, Dawn says that if Ego is so worried about what might happen in their dreams, that feel free to think of his family, and perhaps maybe it will ease them. And ease them it did, as Ego was transported to a rather idyllic bit of, farmland, where it seemed that Dawn's entire family had gathered for a very lovely little, family dinner and celebration. Not wanting to infect the festivities with their, I guess, aura of sorrow. I'm still not really sure what to call it.
They're shit vibes.
Sure. Yes. They're bad vibes.
Lots of vibes, Steven.
You good?
Maybe.
They decided to watch from a distance and capture the moment with a bit of their art. But they were interrupted, or rather surprised by, I should say, one of Dawn's very, very young kid sisters, who is an artist herself. She had been warned, or at least told by Sam, that Ego would be visiting. And the two ended up sharing a really nice little moment where Ego got to learn a little bit more about Dawn and his relationship with his family, and also was happy to see that it seemed that this little girl's happiness was not going to be able to be ruined by Ego's horrible rancid onion vibes. So, the two decided to paint and draw together, and they formed a little bit of a pact, promising to not sort of reveal their little secret meeting to anyone. And then Ego, I believe, parted with the Book of Dirty Jokes, passed that along in the dream, as well as with a lock of their hair. So we'll see how that resolves. But dreams aside, we ended up having a little bit of a problem in the middle of the night when a very, very hungry owlbear tried to eat the delectable little snack that is Clover, resulting in Aurum basically like getting up and wrestling with the owlbear. Dawn, realizing that he can talk to animals like a Disney fucking princess, was able to sort of talk Juniper down, and the party collectively was like, okay, well, if we're gonna keep this owlbear, we need to feed her. So Aurum made sure to tell the party he will be working double time on hunting and scavenging for food, and Ego also participated in some magic fishing, we'll say, including putting large groups of fish to sleep with magic and wrapping them up in a tent, and also just whipping giant fish out of a river with a thorn whip. So they had sort of a late night extra dinner / breakfast, and we're going to try and figure out where to go next, keeping this owlbear with us for the time being until she almost eats one of us again. It was a long night.
Yeah.
Long enough.
Yeah, it was a special night for sure. Thank you both for your contributions to the stream. You may take a D6 Bardic Inspiration, and don't forget to use it. But yeah, so we left off. The group of you have successfully fed your owlbear. Long rests have been had. Is there anything else that anyone needs to do?
Not from me.
Anything anybody would like to say?
Oh, I need to roll.
You need to
making sure that
roll.
I prepped my spells.
She needs to roll to see if her bloodlust consumes her, and she goes full
I
dark
like that.
urge
Full
and like
dark
rips
urge on the
somebody's
party.
hands off. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh.
She's gonna eat the owlbear, actually. She's gonna eat Juniper the other way around.
You're stuck here with me. No, okay.
I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
Oh, I forget. I don't remember if I told you guys. So I talked to Juniper, and we're gonna go hunting together when I go foraging.
Okay.
So I'm gonna show her how to hunt so that she doesn't do that again.
Is there anyone else that can talk to animals that would like to reveal that? I cannot. Clover?
Mm, don't-
Looking through her ability.
I don't think so. At
You're just
least-
really good with cats.
I'm just
I don't
really
think you
good with
took the-
cats.
I don't think you took the invocation for speak with animals.
I
Did
mean,
you?
I could, but I haven't yet.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Just cats.
Yeah, I think
Well-
it's just like part of the horns. The horns make me be able to do special things. So
They must have done something strange to your brain. I wish that I could look at it.
I'm sure soon you'll be able to get a chance. I feel like with how small it is, one day it's gonna fall out of his ears.
hey, that's not true. I have a big brain. Thank you very much. I'm very smart. I know
I'm
a
sure
lot
that's
of
what
things.
your mom told you.
No, that's what I told myself.
Aw.
I would like to
It's
peek through my bag and see
not
if I have the book
literal.
of dirty jokes. Or if it is
Oh.
actually gone.
You do not have a
Oh.
book of dirty jokes.
Oh, shit.
And if you feel along where you took your lock of hair out, you can feel that like there's a little patch missing there.
That's so cool.
Dreams aren't dreams.
That's a elevated dream walk right there. Damn.
I dream only to wake up in the ever existing and persisting nightmare that is my
Life. Oh no. Okay.
Me too, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Oh boy.
do we want to try and continue to that little keyhole kind of mountain?
Do we have to figure out how to out of character actually? Do we have to figure out how to cross this river? Like, is there a
Mhm.
bridge or
We'll cross this river when we get to it, for sure.
I thought we're at the river. You went fishing.
Well, yeah, we're at like the we're not at where we need to cross out. So on the map,
okay,
you know how
okay.
it's like that little like three-way section?
Yeah,
I
that's
think
where
where we were is we're like we need to go forward a little bit more.
Yeah,
Our
you're
tokens
at
are
like
pretty
the,
big.
You're at the
Yeah.
intersection of all three rivers, so
so we probably have to go up this way.
Yeah, and as far as the bridge, you don't know. You would have to go look.
We can find a way across, I'm sure.
I'm gonna fly up as we're going up the river to see if there's either a narrowing of the river or a bridge.
Roll a perception check.
We have to use the chariot like a boat, but it's like those like little problems where it's like you have to get everyone across, but you can't leave the owl bear with Clover.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
no,
the
yeah,
lion,
you can't,
the
like-
lion,
like
the
one of-
goat, and the like hay or whatever, like cabbages. I
Oh
don't
my
even-
Yeah.
god, I hated those ones. So dumb. It's doable.
It's like you can't leave Dawn with Aurum. You can't
Yeah.
leave Juniper with Clover. Ego can't be left alone in general.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't have any. Well, I do have the D6. You know what?
You do have a d6.
I'm gonna just use the D6 because I don't have a modifier.
Fireball's coming next level. No, I probably.
So that's 17 total.
Okay. Yeah, you float up, and you do have to kind of like fly up, like around a little bit to look, just because the trees are like a bit dense. But you do spot that like, let me go to where you guys are on the map. Like you guys were kind of on like this side of it near, like to the right of the intersection, I guess you could say. I don't know if this is pinging. Is this pinging?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you can see that like over here in the distance there appears to be like a little like some sort of like wooden structure. You're not sure if it's like a dock or some sort of like a raft, but there's something there that's like intentionally made, and it's wood.
Okay, I will point that out to the party and start flying over there.
All right. Follow after.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys walk for a bit of time. What's like the general, like, what's the vibe right now?
The vibe.
Yeah, like, what's going on, and how's everyone feeling right now?
Hopeful.
I do feel good. I had a good dream.
Mm-hmm.
Donna's feeling, I guess, mildly annoyed as always.
That's true. You did. Sam did visit you when you woke up.
Yeah.
I
How about Aurum?
think Aurum's on guard. Mostly with the owl bear.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. What's going on in everybody's like heads? Like, anyone have any particular thoughts, or is everyone just like getting where they're going?
No, if Don has any particular thoughts about anything right now, other than like getting shit done, like always.
Sad
He's
boy.
like, especially since he's like in the area where he's like, oh, I have, I have stuff here, you know. My thing is here, so
Yeah.
he's like, I want to get my thing. So he's really focused on that.
Okay.
I think I'm thinking about the dream that I had because it was very nice. Seeing Dawn's family, I think, was very nice. But I think Ego is, as most wizards are, a person that thinks too much about too many things at once. So I'm thinking about my mom, and I'm thinking about this coven, and like where we've went right so far on our journey, and some of the mistakes that we've made, such as like we didn't get the thing that we needed from Bavlorna.
Yeah.
And like thinking about how, you know, we need to probably deal with Granny Nightshade in a better way. And sort of all of that culminating in the like, you know, if I had to fight Granny Nightshade, I'd fight her.
I'd slap box an old lady.
Yeah. Like no more like thinking that I'm not powerful. I'm pretty powerful as long as I'm not swimming.
Clover, Aurum, any particular thoughts going through your heads?
I think she's hopeful upon seeing this like potential thing that we need to help us. So I think she's like, finally something is going our way. So I think she's mostly hopeful, and she's feeling a little guilty about the Juniper situation.
Okay.
Aurum
you
is
just thinking about like the owl bear, or
Yeah, she feels bad that we didn't feed her. Like, that's horrible.
Girl,
Like,
she
feels super guilty about it.
I should have let her eat me just a little bit.
Yeah, honestly.
no.
Oh my god.
Like, I don't blame her at all. I don't blame her at all. Oh, no, God, not another punctured lung, please no. Yeah, she's feeling guilty, and then because of her mistake or her misstep, Aurum got hurt. So yeah, she's feeling guilty about that. But like, finally, there seems to be something directly in front of her that's like something is going right versus going wrong.
Okay. Aurum?
I think Aurum is a little bit upset that he trusted the owl bear to not do what it did, and then it did anyway. He's also pretty nervous about hunting with the owl bear on its own, because like he knows that he got through to it a little bit, but a beast is a beast, and if it decides to attack him alone out there, he knows he probably can't beat it. So.
Okay. Yeah, you guys walk for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3.
Oh no.
I believe Aurum has pretty high passive perception, and I think Ego does as well. Above a 14.
I'm a 15.
Oh no, I'm 12.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Aurum, this is you get a feeling that you're very familiar with, but now you know that you have the power to, like, deal with it in some way. Some of these rocks and trees are looking awfully familiar. Like, you might have passed them an hour ago. And the river just keeps going and going. You've been following it, and it just keeps going and going and going.
Hey guys, we're not going the right way.
Do we need to visualize again?
I think probably. I think that's probably the problem.
I will.
Yeah, most likely.
I will minor illusion what I saw to see if they can like help focus their intentions and
It's
show
very
the group.
like Star Wars holographic. Like
Yeah.
you see like the shape of a river, and there's like a little brown like blob on it. That's like maybe some wood lashed together. Maybe
Right. Okay. It's memories, right?
Yeah.
That's what it was before.
Yeah.
I'm going to think of the memory of when Clover this morning said that she saw a place that we should go to.
God.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
What
Wow.
type of
I'm
place
gonna
is it again?
I don't have a lot of memories. It's a place where she thinks we can cross the river because it's like thinner
Oh.
and it's got like
It's got a little blob on it, which might be a boat or a raft or just a dog.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Okay. Yeah, that is like, I don't know how to visualize a memory about that.
Music is weird.
He'll think about. Hmm.
Would you like to roll if anyone would like to roll a history check to think of some memories, you are welcome to do so.
I will actually do
If you would
that
like some
because
assistance.
I am good at it. I don't have much to go on, so I need every bit of help I can.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah, so Ego, you're like thinking like I'm just gonna think of when Clover told us, and then you kind of recall that there's like a nostalgic aspect to this place, like of childhood, and I think you reluctantly, because there is some fresh memories associated with this. How you feel about that is up to you, but you recall going with your mother to a stream that was maybe an hour's walk from your hut, and that's where you would bathe and you would have to do laundry. And it was very much like the pioneer way of like you had to like scrub your clothes against rock, and your mom would like she would make soap out of like soap nuts. And it was like a very arduous process, but you have a memory of like bathing in a river because you lived that life.
Okay. Yeah, there's still nostalgia in that because those are moments that feel fine with our relationship.
Yeah. Would anyone else like to roll a history check?
I did. I got a 14.
Got a 14, yeah. Dawn, you have some memories, not necessarily of a river, but there was one year when you were like a teenager that your family decided to go on a Waterdeep beach day, and it was one of the most chaotic experiences of your life, because it was like all of the kids, the whole family, and like
Oh God.
your family alone like filled up half the beach, and everybody like wanted to go swimming, and I think at one point, one of your Thalia, probably one of your sisters, your younger sisters, swam out too far, and was like too tired and couldn't get back. So you had to like go out there and get her back in, because everyone else was like, "She's fine. She's just learning. She's learning how to swim. She's getting stronger." And you were like, "She's drowning." So yeah, I think you have like a memory like that comes to mind.
Yeah, that makes sense. He makes a face, but he's like, I got a memory, I think.
I think Clover's memory is like one of the only ones she has. Well, not one of the only ones, one of the major ones she has of her father. When he took us out on the river to go fishing, like as a family, and Mom like packed a lunch for us. And like Dad taught me how to like use a net for the first time and not fall off the boat.
Yeah, and your mom fell in, and he had to like
go save her
out.
Yeah. She totally fell in.
Because when you caught your clumsy first fish, you caught this like it was like a minnow, and you held it up, and your mom like jumped up and was like so excited for you that she fell into the water.
Out. Yeah,
and you had to fish her out.
That tracks.
Yeah.
Sad boy, please.
Sorry, cats follow me everywhere.
I think Aurum thinks about on the far east of the Shining Plains. There's the flooded forest, and I think he thinks about little beavers.
Oh my God.
He sat and watched like beavers building a little dam in the little river coming out of the flooding forest, and watched them like just enjoyed the nature and the vibes of the beavers doing their thing and enjoying themselves in the river.
Yeah, and they were dire beavers too, so they were like bigger than you are.
Yeah.
And a little bit scary.
Some big beavers.
Yeah. They were known to use like elephant bones to make parts of their dams.
Damn.
So it would, yeah.
Heck yeah.
Fuck. That's scary.
That's hardcore. I'm here for that.
That's crazy. The beavers kill the elephants.
Branches aren't enough. They would take whole trees, bones of dire creatures, elephants, things like that.
Yeah, our tribe wouldn't mess with the beavers.
No, the beavers were scarier than any of the predatory creatures.
Yeah.
Except for maybe the honey badgers.
Yeah.
Those were worse. Yeah. So you guys kind of like rearm yourselves with some childhood memories, and then at that point you start feeling like you're making progress. Some of the trees start to look new again, and then eventually in the distance you do see a small dock. It extends no more than like 10 to 15 feet out into the river. Very simply made, rough-hewn boards. Looks a little bit precarious, but it's there, and it goes over the river. You can see that there is like a little like stick with a golden bell hanging from it, and you can see that there's a boat on the far side attached to another small dock.
All right.
Does it look like we need to ring the bell?
We'll need to do something. Ringing the bell sounds like the best choice.
Hey.
Even if we don't need to ring a bell, I do quite enjoy ringing a bell.
Do you want to ring the bell?
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna do it, and then I stepped back and let you go do it. Oh.
I turn and I see that you've like stepped back, and I'm like, are you like worried that something is going to happen when I ring the bell?
No, I was gonna do it, and now you want to do it, so I want you to do it.
We can do it together. We literally just made the motion and made no sound.
It makes a very high pitched and clear ring that like casts over the water. And after a few moments, on the other side of this river, you actually see a figure emerges. It appears to be a woman in this like very long dress, with like slightly pointed elven ears. She like looks around, sees you at the dock, gives you a wave, hops into the boat, and begins to row it towards you. And after a few moments, where? 4. Oh my god. This. After a few moments, this woman appears. You can see that she has like this very long, wild, bright red hair. This like very elaborate, very long, kind of like almost like heavy green dress. And she's very, very pale, and she has like these elven features, but they're also slightly like deer-like. Like her nose is a little bit flat. And you can see she has like a smattering of freckles, and like her eyes are like a little bit too big.
Ooh.
And she looks at all of you and says, "Oh, it's been a while since I've had anybody wishing to take my ferry. Are you hoping to get across the river?"
Yes.
That's exactly what we're hoping for. Yes.
Excellent. Well, feel free to take a seat. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Looks at Juniper.
We might need to do 2 trips if that's okay.
That's totally okay.
I'll go with Juniper, since I know how to command her.
Okay.
Right, okay. So the 3 of you, the little one, in the first trip, and then the second trip will be the owlbear and the one who commands it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Is there anything that you ask in return for the passage?
Oh, we can discuss that when we get you across.
Could we discuss it before? That's why you ask, so that they don't go, I did something for you!
Now you owe me! Oh my god!
Well, I'm not sure. How many of you are Fae-type creatures? I think it's Dawn. Yeah, okay, so everyone but
I think it's everyone but Aurum, yeah.
Well, there are 3 of you who could give payment.
Oh, really? And
Yes,
what is the payment?
I find myself, I am ever so famished, and,
stands in front of Clover.
I just need a little something to get me by. It wouldn't be too much to ask, and I think it would just only one of you. I would only need one of you to give me something to eat.
We have rations. I don't mind sharing.
Oh, that would be lovely.
I'm gonna pull out some rations. I'll pull out rations.
Yes, take a seat in the boat.
Okay.
And just to be clear, that's all that you ask in return?
Yes, that's all for both journeys. If you are looking to get back across, you will need to pay again, but just for the 2 trips.
All right. I'll get in it with Clover and sit. Aurum, are you coming on? It probably you're the other big person. You should probably
you should probably come with us
on this run.
I mean, I could swim.
You could, but the last time you went swimming in the river, it didn't really go so well.
That's because I thought I was saving something, and I wasn't saving nothing.
Well, I wouldn't recommend swimming across the river. There are some very hungry quippers, and well, sometimes the water spirits don't like people just walking into their homes. It's you can try.
I'll get in the boat. No funny business.
I admit I don't have a very good sense of humor, so my business is ferrying. It's not funny things.
Okay, good.
Sits. Hands in my lap.
Kristy, could you look at your direct messages with me, please?
Oh, because you're the one that's feeding her.
And you can type that to me.
Okay.
But the three of you plus Clapperclaw take a seat in the ferry, and this woman begins to row, and she's like very like waif-like very thin, like long, like spindly limbs, but she seems to be like pretty good at rowing this boat. And it's like the river is maybe like 100 feet across here, so it's gonna take a bit of time for her to like get you all there, but she seems to be able to like get the boat like going. Kristy. Okay. So Clover, this woman is so beautiful.
Oh, God.
I'm not sure if you think Clover has ever had any like crushes or like perhaps a romantic liaison, but this woman like has your heart fluttering, and you just want to be around her. You just want to be close to her. She's so beautiful. Like it's like sunlight. Like it's the feeling that a cat gets lying in a patch of sunlight. Like just pure bliss being in her presence.
Oh, I'm gonna go sit beside her and like kind of snuggle a little bit. And just like, she just sits there, quiet purring, blush on her cheeks, just like very quiet.
Yeah. And she just like smiles down at you as you're sitting with her. She's like very, very tall. And like you notice as you're sitting there, like this dress like fully pulls like over her whole seat. Like it completely covers her. But yeah, she will row. And for this boat ride, Clover, you are charmed. But eventually she will reach the dock and will like lash the boat to a post. Clover, you don't want to get out.
All right. Well,
I don't move. I just
that's one of
continue
two.
sitting. I just continue sitting there like.
Clover.
No, I'm good here.
I know that you're very small, but
Yeah.
we need the room for Juniper.
Oh, I'll fly. I'll fly above. I'll fly above her.
She's got a point.
Okay.
Are you sure? No, actually, no, I don't like that plan because then you're going to be with Juniper on the boat. And you might trigger Juniper and she might try to eat you again.
What if she eats her? I want to be here just in case something bad happens. I can like probably lift somebody.
That would be a problem if the owl buried me. I have to ferry everyone across the river. And who else would do it? My boat would be very sad if I wasn't here.
Yeah, if she wasn't here, think of all the people that couldn't cross.
I'm sorry,
I
I'm not
don't-
trying to be rude, but this is like a party conversation.
Of course.
For
Well, I
friends.
mean,
Dear,
No,
you're
no,
welcome
I'm-
to stay on my boat as long as you want. but
Okay,
will
I
leave
sit
you in
down.
the conversation.
The moment she says that you're welcome to stay, I just sit down beside her.
She gives you this like coy like little smile, like blink kind of thing, like very like kind of flirtatious. But says
Blush is
nothing else.
brighter.
well, it's fine, Aurum. Could you please just go get the other members of our group?
Yes, of course, right away. And she will untie the boat as the rest of you.
I'll grab the rope really quick.
I can't row the boat if you're holding the rope. The boat needs to float, and it can't float.
If anything happens to little cat in between here and the other dock, I swear that I will come get you.
Aurum, I'm okay.
Helping us.
Yeah.
Oh, well, your little cat is perfectly safe on the boat. We were just going to have a quick snack, and then you'll be on your way. And she pushes off right after you drop the rope. And she begins rowing, and she gets about halfway out before she kind of tucks the oars into the middle of the boat, and she's like,
damn it.
Do you need help?
Oh no,
I can
dear.
do it.
Well, I do need help. I am a bit hungry.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
if
the
you wouldn't
rations.
mind-
I'll pull out the rations.
Oh, that's all right. You can keep those. I don't eat that.
Oh.
Would you just mind brushing your hair out of the way a little bit?
Oh my god.
God. Oh no.
Your skin is just so beautiful, and your hair.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Has anyone ever told you that you just smell like lilacs? Is that a certain perfume?
Bye.
My mom used to say that one time, yeah.
Oh, well, it's lovely. You're just so beautiful. If you don't mind, and she goes into put a kiss on your cheek.
Ooh. I don't mind.
Ego's kind of
How about a little something else?
Can we see the boat? Can we see the boat stopped?
You said it's 100 feet across the river,
she's
so
about
they're
halfway-
50 feet.
Yeah, she's about halfway across, and the boat, she's not rowing anymore, but, the boat is, kind of just, sitting in the water. It's not, going with the current, it's just sitting in the middle of the water. Or in the middle of the river.
Ego, I swore, if she did something, I gotta get her, I swore. You know where we are.
Well, I think and Ego, pulls the hat down, and Ego's like, this is the third one that I've been witness to.
The third one, what?
Kissing.
They're kissing over there!
Stop!
Little cat!
I'm slapping him in the side. Stop it! Stop it! I don't know.
Little cat, what are you doing? Little cat!
Stop it!
What
are you doing?
Clover, you barely hear them. You are just so focused on this moment that you're sharing with her. This is... You don't think you've been this happy since your mom was alive.
I yank on Aurum's tail. I'm like, you didn't act like that when you kissed me.
Well, what if she's taking advantage? I didn't kiss you. I was saving your life. There's a difference.
You did. What if she's the same thing? They're exactly the same.
What if she's taking advantage of little cat right now?
She wouldn't be taking advantage.
Has little cat kissed anyone before?
Oh no, wait. Okay, listen, hold on.
Okay, so really quick, I'm gonna pause this conversation because something else is about to happen. Clover, you say that you've never I think you said you enjoyed it, right? Because she was like, "How was that?"
Yeah.
And then she's like, "I have a little something else in mind, and then you all will be set to go on your way." And she puts her hand on your face.
Okay.
Drags it down, puts your chin in her fingers, tilts your head to the side, and her mouth descends towards your neck, and you feel this pinch. And it's a little bit cold.
Oh my god, am I gonna be a vampire cat?
Let's see. Okay. 1 second.
Oh, but she only feeds on Fey blood.
Oh, oh my god, we don't want that stat block. That would insta-kill you. It's this one. Okay.
I die happy at least.
Oh!
Kristy!
No!
That is Kristy speaking! No!
She
Guys
hasn't
fucking
been this happy since her mom
You're-
died. She just said.
Absolutely not. You have...
So you take 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Ow. And?
And then you take 11 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh. Is that hit
As-
point maximum too?
Yeah, your hit point maximum is reduced by 11 as well.
Can you not get tasted by every single thing in this entire module, please?
I was hoping it was going to be Clover. I was waiting for it.
Every single thing wants to take a bite out of you specifically.
Really bad luck, you guys. What part of she lost her
I
luck
know!
don't you understand?
What are they doing? What are they doing over there?
So she bites into your neck. You definitely, like, I don't think it's not damage like you've been beaten up. You're just, like, feeling
Tired.
like, oh yeah, tired. Like there was a
Lightheaded.
little bit of a pinch, and I think maybe like, you know, you're like, oh, I was like so nervous, and like the butterflies kind of wore me out. And you hear her as her mouth is still like on your neck. You hear her in your mind, the way that you can speak in people's minds, and she says to you, "You know, you're just so lovely. If you ever wanted to come by my home, I would love to treat you to some hospitality. We could have a meal together. I'm a dancer, you know. I could show you some dance moves."
I would love that.
And she pulls away from
Why
your
have you
neck.
stopped?
She pulls away from your neck, and there's a you look in her eyes, and her pupils that were round are slitted in this moment, and there's a bit of this like hollow sharpness on her face, and then in an instant it vanishes, but you still see that like her lips are bright red, and there's a little bit of red trailing down her face, and she wipes it off and sucks it off of her fingers. Shall we continue?
Sure.
Ego's holding me back on the other side.
You know, when typically if I have
If I had strength, I'd break it.
a dinner date, I would want to exchange names. If you wouldn't mind, what should I call you? Could I have your name?
There! Oh my god! Stop! You're charmed!
She's rowing, so she's getting closer to the other side.
Kristy knows what this is, but Clover, even if she wasn't charmed. My name's Clover.
You're too
Brightheart.
polite!
Nice to meet you.
Oh, Clover. That's so charming. You can call me Bav.
What?
Is it Is this Bav? It's not Bavlorna in disguise.
Can't be Bavlorna. No, it can't be.
You don't know.
We told her that she had to leave hither. She could have just straight up gone to.
And she continues rowing.
Consequences of our actions.
No. Oh.
And eventually she will reach the docks. So, Dawn, were you like watching the trip, or are you not paying attention?
He's walking and he's like, why did they stop? What is going on?
Dawn has to do the thing that from that one meme.
Yeah. Yeah, they stop, and it seems like they get really close. Like it's like a little intimate. But eventually,
Dawn is,
This is
Dawn
like
is
my
kinda
favorite
under
like
his-
novels
yeah.
to read. Like I'm here for this. Oh my goodness.
Dawn is like under his breath, like I didn't know she rolled that way, but you know what? It's her life.
and eventually the boat will pull back up to the first dock. She will tie the boat to one of the like little posts there and says, all right, I think we're ready for you.
Yeah, it took your sweet time, huh?
It was very sweet.
Gross.
The chariot, do you have the chariot or just the owlbear?
We have the chariot, but he can undo it if she's like, there's no way I can take this across.
I don't know if I don't know if I could get the chariot across. It might have to be a third trip.
Is that gonna be more food or whatever? What even is the food?
Oh, it's your friend has already fed me. It's we're squared up. We're settled.
Well, if you can take a trip for the chariot, that would be nice.
Certainly. Please have a seat.
Sure. Sits.
Can you have the owlbear sit in the middle of the boat if you wouldn't balance the weight?
Yeah. He'll direct the owlbear where to sit.
Okay. Yeah. It's the boat is like the boat is big enough to fit the owlbear, but like the rest of you guys are definitely cramped in there. But luckily Juniper is not like full grown. Juniper is like almost an adult, but not quite. But yeah, she will row the group of you across. It does take like a couple of minutes again for her to get there. For Ego and Aurum, anything else you guys are saying or doing over there?
I'm talking to her when she gets back. I'm talking to her. What does she do?
I mean, I can't be too meta about it, unfortunately. I don't know how much I saw. Did it just sort of look like she leaned in and did a little...
It looked like you definitely saw like she kissed Clover on the cheek, and then it just looked like she maybe gave her another kiss.
No, I can't like meta that. Ego, I think, is wary just because I don't think that Clover is that Clover is quick to affection. Let's not lie.
Yeah.
But that kind of affection, from what I know of Clover, she would be probably a bit more shy about. So I think there's like some wariness, but I don't really think I can do anything at this point.
Okay.
I told her not to do nothing, and then she stopped in the middle of the river and kissed her? That's something!
Yeah, the boat will eventually get to where it's going. Dawn, your passive perception's real low, isn't it?
It's like 10 or 11.
Okay, yeah. I don't think you would notice anything like other than Clover seems a little bit nervous and maybe like kind of looks a little tired, a little pale, but who knows, that could, a lot of shit's happened in the last 24-ish hours, so
yeah.
But yeah, she will eventually reach the other dock and begin to tie the boat. If you wouldn't mind getting the owlbear out first for me.
We'll direct the owlbear on land and tell it to sit.
She'll do so.
Alright. Come on, Clover. Third trip for the chariot, right?
Yes, I can do that.
Cool. Come on, Clover.
I'm gonna get on the boat to go get the chariot.
I can't take the chariot and one of you. It's a bit bulky. And it has
you
the
can
yoke.
lift it?
Oh, well, I can just pull it into the boat.
Why'd you stop?
I'll fly over and help her.
No.
Why?
Why'd you stop in the middle of the water?
Oh, well, we were just enjoying a quick meal. I was, your friend was feeding me, as was the agreed upon payment.
Can I just try to observe whether the fact that the rations were eaten or not?
Yeah, Clover might still have them, like, in her hand, because a lot was happening, and she's just, like, holding a piece of jerky.
She's holding a piece of jerky, and she's holding her neck, and she's just standing there blushing. staring at her.
I feel like that's very easy to see.
Okay. So Ego will say, she's still holding the food, though.
Oh, I didn't agree to eat whatever that is. That's
What
not.
did you eat?
Oh, your friend just fed me. You agreed to it.
Clover? What did she eat?
I think her face is like red as like a ripe tomato at this point. And she can't say the words. She just keeps staring at her.
I told you not to do anything.
I didn't do anything that we didn't already agree upon. But a deal's a deal.
I'm watching you.
I hope you enjoy the view.
I don't. You're creepy.
That's so rude.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Well, whatever happened, it's kind of too late to throw a fuss about it now. We just need our shit, and we can move on.
So, if you wouldn't mind, rude one, I'm perfectly capable of getting your chariot into my boat. And payment has been taken. I have to finish ferrying the group of you.
Yeah, come on, Clover. Out the boat.
And Aurum, because Aurum stepped into it too.
And you too, Lion Man.
Step out of the boat.
When Clover like goes to get out of the boat, she just like winks at her and is like, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your journey, and I'm certain we'll meet again soon.
You better stay away! You weird, creepy person! You better stay away! We have enough to
Weird?
deal with.
Creepy?
She's not
Just
creepy.
go, hurry up. Hurry up.
What? So, she will go back to the other side on her boat.
Turns.
She...
Oh.
So, hold on, give me a second to just narrate and then you guys can talk. She picks the chariot up. like it's like an empty cardboard box and puts it on the chariot. Or onto the boat, and we'll begin rowing back. So you guys have like several minutes, like 10 minutes
back,
before this is done.
Turns back towards Ego and him. Why did you just let her go be alone on the boat?
They said that they couldn't take any more than you guys.
No, I meant on the way back. Why didn't she get off with you?
She wouldn't.
She didn't want to leave.
Then grab her. Obviously. Why would you let her stay on the boat with... Watches her pick it up. That...
Well, yeah, that's not pulling it. That's not pulling it onto the boat. That's full on lifting it onto the boat.
Also, Clover's a super helpful person for sure, but I don't think she's the type to canoodle with someone she just met.
I agree, but they hadn't canoodled yet, and I wasn't going to force her.
You didn't think she was acting odd?
I mean, it's normal for Clover to want to help strangers.
No, I don't think she was acting odd, no.
No, I think that she was acting pretty normal.
Okay.
I really don't. She kind of is like that all the time. I tried
Now
to
she's
think of a
acting
reason.
weird. She's acting weird now.
Yes.
I didn't trust that boat person. That's why I wanted to swim.
Okay. Whatever happened, it already happened. We can't really do anything about it.
Clover.
This whole time, she's just been standing at the edge of the river watching her and not even paying attention to you guys arguing about her.
I just
go
kind
over
of,
and like,
yeah, I just kind of wish you guys would have more carefully kept her by your side, knowing how much she likes to help random people with dubious intentions.
Well, I mean,
I'm
we
not
didn't
going
know.
to I'm not going to grab her and force her. Just pull her around everywhere.
Maybe she seemed like she was acting normal until like the boat stopped, I guess.
Why would she listen to this? Never mind.
She listens to everybody.
She listens to everybody.
But why would she listen to some other person over us?
I didn't think that there was anything overtly strange about her wanting to sit on a boat for a little bit longer.
It was kind of weird that she curled up next to her, actually. Now that I think about it, that was kind of strange.
From what I misinterpreted what was going on.
They didn't even really share a whole bunch of words. Then all of a sudden she was curled up right next to her. So I guess that was kind of weird.
We recognized that there was something weird after the fact, but I don't really like being chastised for not forcing Clover to do whatever I want.
Yeah, I wasn't going to force her to do what I want too, but...
Well, now she looks pale and is acting weird, so maybe sometimes being more assertive would be helpful.
There was no evidence that something was going to happen, Dawn.
Well, I couldn't have been there to make sure.
No, you couldn't have.
Okay, because
so maybe you could.
I needed to watch.
Let it go.
I'm not gonna let it go. Look at her.
I see her. But you're basically saying we should just force her around whenever we are all inherently more suspicious people than Clover is. That doesn't mean that we get to just drag her around, Don.
No, it doesn't mean we can just drag her around, but it also means we shouldn't leave her with people we don't trust either.
We were watching.
Yeah, I was gonna swim.
They were within the range of my spells.
You were 100 feet away from her. Being
within the range of my spells
doesn't stop her from throwing her overboard and drowning her if she wanted to.
Oh, I wouldn't let that happen.
I can't swim and I'm not strong. So what do you want me to do?
Not everything is directly your responsibility, which is why I'm talking about both of you.
What were you doing? What were you doing on the other side?
Watching the bear that we already know causes trouble. That's what I was doing.
Well, it's a bear. It can handle itself.
Guys. You see, like, as the argument escalates, like, it kind of shakes her a little bit, and she turns to look at you. I'm fine.
You look sick.
I mean, I feel a little lightheaded, but...
And you were very red.
What did she do?
Happened?
I think I like her.
That's not
That's not the answer to the question.
She gave me a kiss on my cheek and then on here.
I'm gonna look at where she kissed.
There's two little like puncture wounds in Clover's neck. There's like a little bit of like blood that seems to be like smeared on there and is drying. And the skin around it is like a little bit like of that like reddish purple of like a wound that's been picked at.
Oh, Dot is furious. He like looks at it and then he just like stands up straight and looks at everyone else.
Hold
he
on.
doesn't say anything.
Hold on. Were you okay with this?
Huh?
Were you okay with this? Were you explicitly wanting her to kiss you and it looks like bite you pretty hard, to be honest?
Well, I didn't know that's what she was going to do, but I didn't mind it. I like her.
Ways to. But
You just met her.
She's really pretty and really nice. And she called me beautiful.
What about the other guy?
What other guy?
You know, she had like some like boyfriend or spouse or something that died because we were bad luck, if I remember correctly.
Clover?
Yeah.
Clover's parents died.
Yeah. Okay.
not a boyfriend.
Not a boyfriend.
Yeah.
I'm like, what
Yeah,
guy?
not a boyfriend.
Not
Not
yet.
yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
soon.
Oh no.
That
He's
doesn't-
next.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, Clover, but this admittedly doesn't sound like you. This feels, I'm going to be honest, like you're being a bit influenced. You're normally a lot more shy.
I definitely feel shy around her.
I'm trying to the thing is trying to think about what I know about Clover to see if this is actually out of character.
Listen, I mean,
She's very nice.
you love who you
She's
love.
very nice.
You know, and if nobody's called her beautiful before, maybe she just got swept up in the moment. Little cat, you really if someone, you can't just kiss everybody who says you look beautiful.
I mean, I haven't technically kissed her. Right?
But she you skipped a couple steps, I think.
Oh no.
Look, okay. This is the only thing I can think of. I'm a pretty macabre person. Can I ascertain any information from puncture wounds on a neck?
You can roll a history or arcana
Okay.
check.
I'm just
I would
have
like to do
fangs.
an arcana check.
Yeah, everybody can roll a history check.
I rolled a 3. I need my d6. Hold on.
Yeah, everyone can do history, but ego specifically can also
Oh my
do arcana.
God. I did 13.
15.
Come on.
Okay.
Wow, I rolled really good. -2, 17.
Yeah,
How
so,
am I the one that doesn't know?
so I think all of you kind of are able to piece together in your minds from this evidence that this is definitely vampiric. There are animals in nature that are vampiric. There are also a magical type of undead creature that is called a vampire. I think all of you have maybe heard a lot of the old wives' tales about them, that they can't enter a home unless invited. Garlic will repel them. They have to be killed with a stake to the heart or a beheading. Aurum. Something's a little bit weird about this, because one of the legends that you have heard from the wise women of your tribe was that a safe way to repel undead spirits and vampires is to basically run across a river, or go across running water.
They can't cross running water. That's all that this bitch is doing.
Yeah, so that's why this is very odd to you. That they would she's literally crossing a river, that's her job. So that doesn't sit right with you. Like, that seems different.
Yeah, it's weird. That's weird.
But yeah, you all know that they feed on blood.
Clover.
Yeah, she's back to staring at her.
I want to flick her in the head.
Another thing, actually, that Aurum, you would know, vampires are not supposed to be out in sunlight. They are nocturnal creatures. And although this is not like high noon sun, it is daytime. Like, it is like the golden hour, like 5-6 p.m. kind of lighting. And she's like fully out in it in the sun.
Sexy fae vampires don't need no rules.
So let me ask. So I am a fae wanderer.
Yes.
And I now have the ability to charm person.
Uh-huh.
Would I get the sense that she's charmed in any way? Would I be able to detect that with the abilities I have?
Roll an insight check.
I'm not gonna roll good on this, I promise. That's another negative.
Yeah, I mean,
two, think.
Ego's going down the same route, but I'm trying to like.
I mean,
I was just
that's
basing it off of like fae stuff that I have now.
I didn't
No,
prep
it's valid.
identify to be able to cast it quickly on her. If I could just identify her, I would know if she has a spell cast on her.
That's actually a +3, but I only rolled an 8.
you know, little cat's real friendly.
Yeah.
She's the kind of person that gives the benefit of the doubt a lot, and is
Yeah.
like, it's really hard to say. I think like you get the sense that you could manipulate personalities like magically, but it's not something that you've tried yet,
Yeah.
and it's not like a familiar thing that you're used to. So as far as magical influence, it's not quite like your Ken.
Right. Okay.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, she's acting normal. I think it was just a one-off, probably.
No, Clover, you would never let someone bite you. You've been bitten and you didn't like it, and then something else tried to bite you and you didn't like it.
Yeah, or as a point of clarification, just because you rolled an 8, like, it's still odd that she let someone bite her. It's just that, like, whether or not, like, there's a magical influence from that, you can't say. But, like, if Aurum thinks it's weird, it's weird. I'm not going to force you guys to not believe the things that your characters believe. If they are coming to natural conclusions, I trust you guys not to metagame that.
Well, I mean, I just think, like, Aurum understands you do crazy things for,
Strangers.
strangers. and
Yeah, I know.
Our tribe also accepts strangers, so it's not too weird. I mean, the weird part is the vampires, obviously, but this doesn't, like, it feels like a vampire, but it doesn't feel like a vampire because it's out and there's daylight and there's also water that's running, and they don't like running water.
So
She's
Okay,
gonna
but
be at the
she's-
dock again in a minute. You guys have like 1 minute left.
She bit you and now you feel kind of sick. Like, that's not okay. That, right? You would tell me that that's not okay.
Yes, but I forgive her.
I'm looking at Dawn like, see?
Did
What do
anything
you
else
want me
happen?
to do now, huh?
Did anything else happen? She kissed you on the cheek?
Yeah, she kissed me on the cheek, and then she asked if she could do it there, and I said it was okay, I didn't mind.
Okay.
And then there was a little bit of pain, and then it didn't hurt. And she just stopped, like, yeah.
Can't metagame this.
She's just a cat in love, guys. That's all she is.
No, she is not.
I've never seen her like this for anybody else before. Maybe she really
Because
loves her.
Because it's
I could-
not normal. Nobody.
I
Look,
don't think it's normal either, but I to confirm it, I would need to cast a spell, and she's about to be back.
So what? Cast
I
it.
don't have the time. It takes
got
10
it.
minutes.
I'll figure this out. I'll go talk to her on the boat.
I'm coming with you.
All right. Ugh.
You're
Big
staying
brothers.
here.
The big brothers that don't get along are pissed off at this lady.
Okay. Yeah, so she eventually like ties up her boat and stands up and begins like lifting the chariot onto the dock free. And there you are.
I could do that too.
Oh well, feel free.
Nobody
to take it from
cares.
here. You can take it from here. I'm not interested in having your chariot. I have a boat.
I'm using Divine Sense.
Oh. Okay. What do you detect with Divine Sense?
Celestial fiends and undead.
Celestials, fiends, and undead. You're not getting a ping on her.
Lady, I just have a question for you.
You're giving me a question.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
What are your intentions with our little cat?
I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
I think I have two questions. What are your intentions with our little cat, and what are you? Because you're not a vampire, but you act and walk like a vampire, but you cross rivers, and that don't make sense.
A vampire? I don't know what you mean. I don't have any intentions other than to ferry you all across this river as we agreed upon.
Well, then you need to break up with little cat. You can't keep stringing her on like that.
Break up? Oh my. I think whatever you're imagining in your head has perhaps progressed a little bit beyond reality. If your friend is interested in me, well, the heart wants what it wants.
That's what I'm saying, but still, it's not fair to her if all you're gonna do is ferry across a river all the time. You're never gonna have time for little cat, and she's a very nice person.
Well, would you like me to come with you?
Yeah.
No!
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
Shut the fuck up!
Or if you would prefer, your Clover could stay with me.
No.
And then we can spend more time
No.
together.
No, look!
Nope.
I don't know why you are drinking her blood, but maybe you should have made that a little bit clearer before you did whatever you did to make her act weird.
She said that she had rations to. I'm like holding Clover, by the way. I know I'm not super strong, but she's tiny. She said that she had rations to spare, some of our food. Not that you could feed on her.
Oh, well, and I said that I didn't need the rations.
Yeah, Clover said that she told her she could. I don't know why you guys are mad about that. Clover made that decision.
Because I think that she's.
You do a lot of
prove
things
it.
in the throes
No.
of passion.
No, I am going to prove it. I am going to prove it. I'm opening my book. I'm going to start trying to ritual cast an identify spell, but it takes
Yes.
10 minutes.
Oh, if you wouldn't mind doing that a little ways away from the dock, in case I have other passengers that I need to ferry. They
Oh,
need
you're
to
not
be able
going
to
anywhere.
walk.
I'm sitting in the boat.
No, I am making a formal complaint, and therefore we are going to be here until these things get solved.
Formal complaint? I'm not sure what you mean.
It means you're gonna sit
Services were-
here, we're gonna wait for the identify spell, and if something strange happened, you're gonna be in real big fucking trouble.
I just think you should come with us.
I can assure you that nothing that wasn't already agreed upon happened. Services were offered and payment was given. I asked to be fed, and I was.
He's
Before
like,
your friend even set foot in my boat, she was more than willing to offer food. But I said I didn't want her, whatever that is.
I don't like you, but I support little cat, so it's complicated.
if you keep saying dumb shit, I'm going to kill you.
But she loves her, Don. She loves her. You've never loved anybody, and I can tell, because all you are cranky all the time.
No, she doesn't. She
She
doesn't.
loves her.
She does not.
Look at the look in her eyes. I've never seen her care about somebody so much.
Yeah, it's fucking weird because she excuses herself in the middle of parties. She's not going to snuggle up and make out with the first hot girl that she sees.
You hear her, Clover, in your mind, kind of like whispering to you as she's just kind of looking at you. Are you alright, dear? This is quite a lot of commotion over such a trivial thing.
Yeah, I'm a little embarrassed, but I think they usually mean well.
Do you want them to stop? Arguing, I mean.
Are they upsetting you?
Oh, well, it's a little bit stressful. I mean, I need to have my dock and my boat open to new passengers. And, well, I didn't agree to just let them sit on my boat beyond the ferry ride.
Yeah, I don't want them to interrupt your work. Oh, I'm gonna start. Hey guys, let's just go sit over here.
No.
But we're disturbing her.
Oh.
She's working.
She's disturbing
Clover,
me.
She's the one that offered to come. I told her to come with us so you could love her forever or whatever.
Please, I'm trying to focus.
I think you need to calm down a bit. Your friend doesn't love me. We've known each other for, what, an hour? 45 minutes now? It's been barely the blink of an eye.
Yes, that's what I've been saying, which is why I'm also saying that you did something, because the way she's acting towards you is not...
I know you're something that, like, in the vampire category.
Well,
What is your name, anyway?
you can call me Bav.
Is that short for anything?
Yes, it is. It is short for something.
Have you seen us before?
No.
You don't remember? Could I just run in circles? Really quick? Just a test. Just
You
a
wanna
test.
run Ritter- you want to run Rittershins?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do, and she just kind of like looks at you.
Alright, it's not what I thought, guys.
Oh, is this like when a little animal has a bit too much energy?
I just
Or
had to
when it
try
eats-
something.
When they eat some of those little colorful mushrooms and they get a bit
God,
excited?
you're asking if he has the zoom.
I'm not a little animal. I'm pretty big. I'm a pretty big animal.
Well, you're running around like any sized animal might.
At least I use my legs. I don't just sit in a boat all day.
I don't sit in my boat all day.
What else do you do?
Oh my god.
Well, I'm a dancer, so I like to put on performances. I like to walk in the woods and listen to the birds sing, although they've been a bit quiet lately. Ever since those nasty little redcaps started popping up around the big fallen tree.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Winterbell or something warned me about that. Warned me about them.
Oh, the redcaps, they're awful creatures.
Yeah,
So
I heard they're
crude.
scary.
They like to dip their hats in the blood of their victims. Such an uncouth way to handle such a precious thing.
What?
Yeah, they dip their hats in blood.
No, the precious thing is the hats. What's precious about the hats?
The hats aren't precious.
Hats are incredibly
Oh.
precious. Please talk quieter.
You're a vampire. I completely forgot for all of 2 seconds. Yeah.
I'm not a vampire. I can assure you.
Then what are you?
I'm Bav.
Bav the vampire until you tell us what you are.
Why should I? What do you offer for that information?
Nothing.
Then I offer nothing in return.
Bad deal.
So the identify spell. You can
Yep.
you can
It
learn
is
what
the-
spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you instead touch a creature, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this probably around this time you finish casting it. What does your identify look like? Like when you cast it? I mean, are you like in a ritual circle of like archaic, like creepy runes and stuff? Like,
Normally, I would be, because I like to think that magic can be a little bit flexible.
mhm.
If I'm identifying an item, normally I would sit down, I would make the ritual circle, and I do the whole, like, the inky blackness runs down my cheeks and all of that stuff. It's like weird, inky runes and candles and stuff. This one, since it's the first time I've cast it on a person, I think it's sort of just maintaining some level of contact with Clover, and then sort of making a ritual circle between us. The runes appear briefly, like they form on my arm in inky black runes, and then they actually like travel off of my skin onto Clover's.
Yeah, and I think like as this ink like transfers over to her, like when Clover has her like detect magic kind of things going, and she like sees the colors, but I think for you instead, like it's almost like one of the drawings from your books where like the ink begins to like take shape over her and like create like this picture for you to interpret. So it's not necessarily something that like other people understand, but like you know very well what it means because like the effect is writing itself.
Yeah.
So she's not under the effect of a spell.
Okay.
But I think you would get that she's definitely something's a little off here. Something's a little off here. I think you would get that there may be some sort of like effect on her. You also how do I want to word this? It's almost like a little bit of a detect magic feeling that you get where like you notice that like some of the drawings that are on Clover are like drawing this like picture that to you would mean like something that might be like transmutation magic, but like far, far older. So you're getting the sense that there may be some sort of charm effect happening, but then there's also this other very old, like magic that your mother taught you old effect that's on Clover.
The thing that changed her from probably a half to that makes it very old transmute. But there is, even if it's not the charm person spell, there is.
I feel like you get a taste
you're
of
giving you're
like,
giving me okay.
I'm kind of giving you like a little bit of a detect magic and a little bit of an identify here in one because I just feel like it makes sense for like the way like just like the way that Ego would be using the identify spell. I think it would just like I think it's fair that you would get that. So yeah, there's a little bit of a charm on her, and then that other thing.
I'm gonna try and the guys are dealing with Bav, so I'm gonna just kind of look at Clover and I'm going to be like, Clover,
Mm-hmm.
you trust me, right? I don't lie.
Of course.
My spell is telling me that she's put some kind of magic on you, that your thoughts are not fully your own. You're being taken advantage of.
You sure? I don't think so. I don't feel
What
that
my
way.
spell is telling me. Well, why would you? If there was that kind of magic, you wouldn't want to feel like it was affecting you, but you need to think past your feeling.
Where's the identify spell happening? Where's all this happening?
I'm only like when they went up to the dock, I don't think that we're super far away. I think that we're only like, well, trying to think of what Clover, if Clover wants to be
Uh,
right next to her, do you think I can get you like 10 feet away?
She tried to walk about 15 feet for everybody to follow her, and no one wanted to
and
follow her.
No one wanted to follow.
Yeah, so I mean,
So
I'm
probably about
talking low,
15
but
feet,
we're
yeah.
still, yeah, I imagined we were within 10, 15.
Clover, you hear in your mind, don't worry about what they're saying. It's nothing that you didn't agree to.
I mean, I agreed to it, and I haven't felt this happy in a really long time. I forgot what it felt like.
Clover, I understand, and it may sound strange coming from me of all people, but I wouldn't want to take happiness away from you. I think that your happiness is good,
Yeah.
but I don't think that happiness born from deception is true. Think about, I'm sure your mother must have told you something about this, about, people can speak with honeyed words and kind smiles. People can make you believe certain things, but that doesn't mean that they are true, and you need to decide for yourself and be yourself. Please think it through. And I'm going to pull her into a little hug so that I can go into her bag and get a picture of her mom.
That's what I rolled for at the beginning of I rolled an 8. She didn't find it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go into the pocket where I took her bag, where I put the picture of her mom in her bag as I'm hugging her.
You're making me sad.
I understand, but Clover, and I'm going to hold up the picture. Sadness makes us who we are just as much as happiness.
My mom? Where did you get? I thought...
It's what I traded karma for.
You did that for me?
Yes.
She starts crying.
Oh no.
I think she just takes the photo and just holds it to her chest and just starts crying.
Yep.
He goes like, damn, all I did is made her go from being, I'm so happy, I've never felt like this in a really long time, to, no, remember, you're sad. You're sad, your mom is dead.
This is why you're the harbinger of sadness.
I am the harbinger of sorrow.
For a good reason! Oh.
Just, I want to take a quick time out, if it's okay, and I just want to check in and make sure everybody's okay, because I know that this is we're towing a heavy line here with some of the things that have happened.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay. Cool.
It's very hard because I can't say something like, the Clover I know would only sacrifice herself for others, which is exactly what you did. It's very hard to convince because you literally would do this without being charmed.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's a perfect person to be the one.
If a vampire came up and was like, I really just need your blood.
She would have said yes.
She'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, you need help? Okay.
But basically, so Ego's hope here is that even if you can't recognize the charm, what I'm trying to do is be like, look, this is to prove that I've always been here in your corner, so if I'm telling you that this is what's going on, even if you can't break the spell, maybe you can logic around and figure out that that's what's happening.
Okay.
I hope that we can cut back to you guys just like beating her up though.
We can. Let me. I have to type one quick thing to Kristy.
I've just been sitting here thinking about how the crossing of a river is symbolic of like, you know, change, moving on,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. And I'm like, damn, you really crossed a river.
Yeah. Clover, I think you would notice that Luna has been like watching this. She's been in like your lap or like on your shoulder like this whole time, and she has not interfered or said anything about what has happened. But like now that you're on dry land proper, she's just kind of like standing at the edge of the dock, and like her tail is straight up. She's not like fluffed up or anything like that. Like, you know, her wings are relaxed, but she's just like staring at this woman in her boat as she's being possibly harassed by Dawn and Aurum, who we will cut to now. Alright, what's going on?
I'm really deciding whether I want to just start swinging with the sword, to be honest.
I think I'm still just like, we don't know, okay? Like, she just loves her.
Dawn is like, I don't know if I want to chop down this girl or if I want to chop down Aurum because he's pissing me off so much. Because he keeps being like, no, come with us. You're the love of her life. Dawn is like, I need to shake somebody. But he doesn't want to start just randomly being violent against people without... I mean, he feels like he has proper provocation. But like,
I think she should come with us. We should talk about it later. And figure everything out. I think it'd be fine.
He's gonna swing at her.
This is so dumb. Okay.
He has his reasons for that, but
no, I know, but
So okay. So what's you're just staring? Are you staring at what's happening?
Dawn swinging.
Graham said he swings.
Okay. I had to send Kristy messages.
who are you swinging at though? That's the real question.
Both.
Her.
Oh.
Dawn is gonna be one of those. I'm gonna beat Aurum's ass later after I get proven right.
Okay, hold on. 1 second. I gotta pull this. Okay. Yeah. Roll for an attack. Apologies that I missed you saying that. I was
It's
typing
all
something,
good.
an important clarification.
Yeah,
note to Kristy.
multitasking. Yeah.
I said it kind of quietly anyway because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it, but
Yeah, he was. You know, there was a chance it was going to be a swing at me.
I'm not using my shield
What's going
at
on?
the moment.
That's
so
crazy.
I am gonna do it two-handed.
I am
because-
not normally a
Yeah.
attack first person.
First, ask questions later.
Yeah.
That boy.
18 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, I'm gonna smite.
Okay.
Oh,
Because-
dear.
Because fuck this lady. I fucking hate her. That's a D10 because I'm wielding it two-handed.
Big brother mode activated. How dare you touch my little sister?
Yeah, and because she's not undead, you don't get the bonus.
Yep, that's
Derek.
fine.
Why the fuck would you do that, Derek?
I know why.
8.
You know what?
Slashing
You know what?
damage.
Hold on.
What?
Can I give Dawn a nat 20? With my points?
I typically prefer that you guys not use your probo points like within our own game,
That's fine.
because it's a little metagamey.
Yeah, 9 radiant
fine.
damage.
Okay, so it was 9 radiant damage and 8
Slashing.
slashing. Okay.
Well, Derek, it's not fair because you just want us to lose.
1 second. I have to get where it is. Sorry.
Go back to playing WoW, dude. Why are you here? Hi, bud. This is water.
Yeah, you like slash into her with your blade, and she screeches out in pain. And like there's this moment where like you see kind of like what Clover saw, where like her eyes get this like animalistic, like slitted pupil look, and like the angles of like her face become very like sharp,
Mm-hmm.
and hollow, and she like looks at you with indignation, but then like is also like kind of grinning at you in this evil way. We're gonna roll some initiative.
Oh boy.
All right.
Boy.
Oh
She's gonna
Okay,
what? She's gonna be like CR 90. Oh wow, I rolled really well on initiative.
Bad. This is gonna be real bad.
Yeah, we're gonna get our ass beat.
I rolled a fucking 2.
I rolled well. I'm gonna try to do things, and they may not work.
Oh my god, please come out of the... Actually, I'm gonna roll this one. What is that? Is... Okay, 25 to 20. 20 to 15.
19.
Okay. 15 to 10.
11.
10 to 5.
9.
Hey, nice.
And then
6
you go with
to
6?
9.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so before we like get into the initiative proper, Clover,
Yep.
Dawn straight up just slashed somebody that you consider like a very good friend.
Yep.
This is kind of the equivalent of like how it might feel if there was an inter-party conflict with like physical violence.
Yep.
Just to like set that scene for you. Let me switch. Okay.
Ooh.
First up is Dawn.
I'm going to probably immediately... This is probably not gonna work, but he's gonna try it because he doesn't want this girl going anywhere or doing anything, so I want to try to use my channel divinity and use nature's wrath. Basically, like these vines. He's so angry, he kind of just like stomps the ground after he slashes, and these vines like breach up from the ground and try to wrap around her to like pin her, so he can go at her more. It's a strength or dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
DC's not very high.
Alright. Too bad. Said it can be strength or dex.
Yeah.
That's an 18.
Yeah, she passes.
Yeah, so like I think these like vines and like roots that you summon up, like they go to wrap around her and then they just like pull back. Almost as if she, like by force of personality, has willed them more than you could. And she just looks at them and glances back up at you. Is there anything else you would like to do with your turn?
Yeah. I'm going to use my free casting of Hunter's Mark as a bonus action.
Alrighty. You can Hunter's Mark her for sure.
Cool.
Okay. Next up is Bav.
Here we go.
So she stands up in the boat. I think she's looking at Dawn with like this almost like feral look. As you can see, like a bit of very dark red blood is like dripping from her arm, like where you struck her. And she looks over at Clover and like winks at her. And you watch as this gust of wind like seems to blow her hair and her dress, and she seems to vanish.
Man. God damn it.
Yeah.
I hate this lady. She's gonna be so murdered.
Yeah. So the next up is going to be Aurum.
What was that? What are you doing?
He doesn't answer.
God, you call me stupid. You want to fight her in her own boat? That's crazy. I'm gonna get out of the boat, I guess.
Okay, make a dexterity saving throw.
Uh, 12.
Yeah, so you go to step out of the boat, and like as your foot is about to like hit the dock, the boat very suddenly sinks under the water, and you like fall back with it, and you fall back into the water. So yeah, you're in the river now. You do have a swim speed though, so
Look under the water. Is there anything under the water?
yeah, you'd see the boat like sinks all the way down to the bottom, and like the rope like magically almost like wraps around the base of one of these like posts of the dock. But other than that, you see some like kind of kelp stuff. You see like some fishes, maybe like some little snails, and like little moss algae stuff that has kind of like formed along these wooden columns of this dock. But you do not see Bav.
And Dawn's in the water with me.
Oh, was Dawn on the boat too?
Or
No,
is
Don
she
never
not on
said
the
he was
boat?
getting
Okay.
No,
in.
Dawn
Yeah.
was on the. I think Dawn was on the dock.
Yeah, Don was never said he was gonna get into the boat.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair. I was gonna say I'd help you up, but gosh, there's nothing I can do here. Can I get out of the water? Is the water gonna pull me back?
Yeah, you swim up. I mean, the current is there. It's not as strong as it is at the intersection. But it's definitely you're like slowly starting to like bob down the river. But you have a swim speed. And the water is not out of control here, so it's no problem for you to come back up to the surface.
Yeah, I'll just come out of the water and stand next to Little Cat, and if the lady appears next to Little Cat, I'm gonna punch her.
Okay. Is that your turn?
That's it.
All right, Clover. Dawn just attacked Bav.
I need
and
Dawn,
that's like a little bit shocking.
I need Dawn to make a wisdom saving throw.
Bro.
Bro.
Remember when I showed you your mom and I was like, no, you're being charmed?
Yes,
Yeah,
but I don't want my friends to fight. Stop fighting! Is what she screams as she's casting this.
Yeah.
Luckily I have an advantage on spells and magical effects. 19.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Yeah, I think you get this feeling of like a claw squeezing around you, Dawn, but you're able to resist the magic that tries to take hold of you, and Clover screams, "Stop fighting!"
Did you try a cheeky little hold person?
I did.
Oh,
I did.
cheeky.
Yeah.
Be killed.
I'm just gonna fly forward and position myself in between the boys and where I last saw Bav. I want to be in the middle and just be like the Velociraptor Jurassic Park moment, be like, everybody stop moving.
Yeah, you can totally do that. Anything else?
That's my turn.
All right, Ego.
Oh, Ego is so conflicted because it's like, I don't like what was done to Clover, but by rules of the Feywild, we just made a bad deal, so now we're being the aggressors. But
Technically, she charmed her, and that wasn't part of the deal.
I feel justified. Never mind.
The deal said she ate. The deal didn't say she charmed her and then ate, you know?
The boulder is over his confliction. But the boulder doesn't see anybody. Let me see. Creature you can see.
Yeah, that sucks.
Is this also creature you can see? It sure is.
Magic missile.
I don't actually have magic missile.
Damn, dude. I tried.
I'm thinking. Let's see. Nope, my wand of secrets won't help me. Ooh, I'm sorry. I guess I am just going to maybe hold. I'm gonna just dodge. You know what? I'm just gonna dodge. I don't know what's really going on, so I would like to just be safe.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay. In that case, we start back up at the top. Dawn. This woman is nowhere to be seen. The boat has descended into the water. Aurum fell in for a bit, but now he's out. Clover tried to cast the spell on you, and now she's standing in between you and the edge of the dock, where the woman was last seen.
I don't know what your fucking problem is, but you need to... Actually, I do know what your fucking problem is, but you need to stand down.
You talking to Little Cat?
Yeah. He's going to probably use an object interaction to take out his shield. And no, hold an attack for if she like reappears or something near him.
Okay. Next up, is there anything else you want to do, real quick? All right.
No, there's not much I can do.
Okay. Mhm. 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 Yeah. So next is her turn. You do not see any sign of her. Some things happen that none of you know about. Aurum.
There's a lot going on. Don, you need to calm down. Little Cat, you don't hurt your friends.
I didn't hurt anyone. You're hurting people.
I didn't hurt anybody.
I didn't hurt
anybody.
You're going to.
No, I was trying to figure out the situation. Don, don't talk to Little Cat like that, okay? Because, you know, like I told you, she just cares about that person. I don't know why you swung at them.
She doesn't care about that person.
At the moment, she does.
That doesn't matter. If you couldn't
tell. Yes, it does. Yes, it does!
If she's being forced to care about someone, it doesn't matter.
Stop fighting! Stop yelling! Can we stop?
Little Cat.
Please, can we stop?
Little Cat, you need to get off. You need to get off the dock.
No.
I think.
I won't let you hurt her, and I won't let her hurt you. No more fighting. If
you hold an action to cast a spell,
mm-hmm.
does the spell get lost if it doesn't cast? Yes.
Technically,
Then
yeah.
I'm not going to. Then I'm
you
not going
you
to.
use this. Yeah, you use the spell slot, and if you don't release it, you still cast the spell.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit on the ground.
Yeah, you do so.
Yeah, that's it.
It's sandy.
Perfect. I'm sitting on the ground.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Clover.
I am going to hold a spell. I'm going to hold a hold person for the next person that makes an aggressive action, regardless if it's her or my party. I want
Okay.
the fighting to stop. So if it's her, it's her. If it's them, it's them.
Okay. Ego.
Everybody is right. Everybody is also kind of wrong. I said. You are being charmed, though.
She's being charmed.
Do anything. That's what I've been saying the whole fucking time, you idiot.
You didn't have proof. You just talk. You act like you know, but you don't.
Maybe because I do. Maybe because I do know.
All you know is taxes or whatever that is.
You are being charmed. I saw that she did something to you, Clover, before you said that it was okay.
If her mind is being messed with, why is she going to care about being told?
I do care what you guys tell me. I just don't want you to fight anymore.
Well, we can't. So
I'm not fighting anyone.
I'm sitting down.
Can we also stop yelling?
I don't know.
If we sat a little bit closer together.
Okay, that's fair.
One is kind of loud.
This is really good music. I want to
Yeah.
fight with her,
This is really good.
because the music is really good. She might just be gone. I don't know. She might have just left.
I think she's in the water.
Okay. Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you would like to do? You now have, she is nowhere to be seen, this woman.
I'm still holding it. Like,
An attack?
yeah, but he will at least look as if he is dropping his guard. Still, if she appears and she does something hostile, he's swinging because he doesn't like her and she did something and nobody else is doing anything about it.
Okay. So Dawn is holding an attack if the woman appears. Clover is holding a hold person for any aggressiveness from any of the individuals associated with this combat. And then Aurum and Ego, are you guys like holding anything, or are you just like sitting?
I'm not holding anything.
The only thing that I would do is a silvery barbs, but I don't need to hold that because it is a reaction spell. So I'm just chilling.
Okay.
I don't know if I can dodge and sit at the same time, but I will do that if I can.
So
Just roll out of the way.
I'm a wizard with low HP.
Another 6 seconds passes. And another 6 seconds passes.
Are we done?
And another. And you don't see any sign of this woman.
In my mind, I like reach out. Did you leave?
You don't feel the connection.
Oh shit.
Thank fucking God.
You're still under the effect, but the mental connection.
The mental
is not
connection's
there.
gone. Gotcha.
Yeah, you get the sense that like wherever she is, she cannot be reached.
I think
I'm
she's
gonna look under the
gone.
water.
Can we actually prioritize trying to... You still look very sick. You look pale. Can we maybe just Can we try and address that? Can we all just agree to address making you feel better?
I'll come
Okay.
over and use lay on hands on Clover.
Oh shit.
All right. How many points are you gonna give her?
How much HP did you lose?
Well, my max went down by 11,
Her
and
max
I'm
was reduced.
so I'm sitting at 15 out of 20 right now.
Okay. I'll just give you 5.
Okay.
Can't really heal you past that, so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just give the water one more look. Did the boat move? Are there evil piranha fishes?
The boat. Okay, so piranha fishes, possibly. There's all kinds of fish.
Yeah.
There isn't any blood in the water, so hard to say if they would be like attracted to this. When you look, you can see that like the boat is sliding along the bottom of the river to the opposite dock. It's like at the bottom on like the riverbed.
She
The
went to
boat's
the other
on
side.
the bottom of the river.
Yeah,
She just went to the other side of the river.
it's
I
like
bet she like is the boat or something.
A Maringon.
The boat is at the bottom of the water, crossing back across the river. So
Why don't we just leave?
Great idea.
oh, what is? Yeah, so Aurum, when you're like looking at the boat and looking at what's going on, like you don't roll me a perception check.
oh, that's not going to be
Your
enough.
dice haven't been super hot.
No,
Uh,
I'm not.
Victoria demanded that I get new dice. I'm still rolling the ones I had. That's a 9.
Yeah, you don't notice anything in particular.
That's because I'm not rolling in the box, dude. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's
Uh-huh.
God.
so like as the moments are passing along and the tension is still there, but like, you know, the maybe the fear of being attacked is like starting to wane as like the seconds are starting to become like a minute and 2 minutes of not seeing her. Clover, you feel that connection come back and you hear her in your mind and she says, "Well, that got a little intense."
I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be sorry. I think our time together has come to an end for now.
Okay.
You're always welcome back to visit.
Are you always there?
Most of the time. You,
Okay.
like, I feel like, Clover, like, you kind of, like, glance over, like, at the other side of the river, and you can see that, like, beyond the trees, there's this, like, faint, like, you see, like, her red hair is, like, across the river.
I don't say
Like,
anything.
behind the trees.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with your journey. I think it's back to the ethereal plane for me.
Oh, was that
Bye-bye.
far? Bye.
Oh, it's just a step and a whisper on the wind.
Okay.
Not for long.
And you feel the connection severed again.
Yes. I guess we should leave.
Go to the rock.
Yeah.
Don goes to saddle up the chariot on the bear. Owlbear.
Yeah. I think like with all the commotion, Juniper had just kind of been like near the tree line, and was doing the bear thing where they like stomp on their front feet and like making like aggressive hoots. Like basically like positioning herself between Clapper Claw and what was happening, and is like very fluffed up and like looking a little on edge.
Doing their job in protecting Clapper Claw. I'll try to her down before settling her up.
Okay, roll an animal handling check at advantage.
Alright. I'm not good at these, but I do have advantage, so. One of those was a D10, not a D20. 15. 17 minus 2.
Okay, yeah, you're able to calm her down enough, using some of the weird command phrases in Elvish that you have figured out.
Yeah. Whoa, Nessie.
And she'll, like, headbutt you and calm down.
Let's go.
Okay.
Cute, Ego.
Ego and Clapper Claw and Clover can all get in the chair with me, or you can walk.
I think Aura might have already taken off, to be honest.
Taking off where?
Towards the rock.
Yeah, you guys are, like, this rock, now that you're, like, on the other side of the river, is, like, a feature of this area. It's, like, it stands out from way above all of the tree lines, and you can see that, like, perfect circle with, like, a glowing beam of light coming out of it from, like, way up high. So you can see, like, you're very close to it. You're like, at the foot of it, essentially.
Yeah, Aurum's footsteps don't make any noise. Because I have the boots on.
You do have the boots on.
And I'm hard to see if I'm in nature, right? Because I have the cloak on. So
Yeah.
I get up and climb into the chariot seat, I suppose.
How's up beside Ego? Holding Mom.
Yeah. And you direct Juniper to go up into the woods towards this strange rock.
Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking about the rock memory again.
Yeah. It's easy. You're essentially already there. You're not really, like, changing areas, so it's easy to get there, and you find yourselves at the base of it. And it's just this, like, massive stone plateau that rises, like, a few hundred feet up above these already very massive trees. And it's just made out of this, like, very, like, rich orange-brown stone with these, like, striations kind of on it. But yeah.
Are we gonna have to climb this? Is there, like, a path up? Or is it literally just a rock?
We could walk around it and see if there is a path or an entrance.
Aurum, where are you going? Where have you gone?
I've gone to the rock. I think I probably had already started the walk around the rock and try to see if there was a way up. I'm just trying to get some distance, I think.
Yeah.
Is my goal. So
yeah. Need some time to cool down. Anybody who wants to look for some steps can roll a perception check, or like an investigation check.
Ooh.
Oh, well.
I would like investigation if you're offering.
Yeah, go for it.
A natural 20, so 20.
Go with that.
Perception.
Okay.
Go with that. My dice are also shitty poo poo.
Jimmy, what'd you say?
19.
19?
14 plus 5.
Yeah, so, Aurum and Dawn, you kind of happen on it at about the same time. As you're walking around, it's tricky, and you can understand why Ego and Clover missed it, because it looks very much like a part of the natural formation of this rock. But as you, like, look closer and kind of, like, climb up the rock a little bit, you actually notice that there is a staircase.
Ooh.
Carved, like, very, very rough hewn into this rock. And it, like, spirals all the way up. Hard to see, like, where it goes to, but it goes up.
Arc Juniper, tell her to sit and wait patiently because I'm not gonna try to take a bear in a chariot up some stairs.
Valid.
I'll ask Clapperclaw if he wants to come along.
I can come if you want me to. I mean, I've never climbed like a giant rock before. So can someone like hold my claw because I'm scared that if the wind blows, I'll just like blow right off because like it's probably really windy if you get really high up on a rock.
I'll hold your claw.
But I mean, I can wait with Juniper too. I don't think Juniper's gonna eat me. I don't have any meat.
Yeah, you don't have any meat. I don't care either way. I just wanted to ask.
If you want to come, I can hold your hand, and if not, you can stay with Juniper.
Okay. He will hold out his claw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Aurum's
Alright.
already going up the stairs. He's already like taken off up the stairs as soon as he found them. So
Don's heading up next.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go. Hanging behind because those two are volatile.
Oh yeah.
Right now.
Oh yeah. Anything anybody wants to say or do before we reach the top?
Yeah, I run up and push Aurum off the side when we get high enough so that the fall will be fatal.
I don't know if you
Oh
can
my
catch me,
God.
actually. A little bit faster, I
Oh
think.
my god.
You're not that much faster than me.
Ask Ego if he wants to hold my hand too.
Yes, I
Okay.
do.
I'm sorry for worrying you.
I just think that I don't know. I don't know how to explain this because you still think that she was very nice, and I'm just
Yeah.
worried that she was fake nice.
Is there a way to prove that she's real nice or fake nice?
When I'm more powerful, maybe. I just don't think that you know what? I can approach it from this. You're a very giving person. You give a lot to help other people, but you do that at the cost of yourself. I don't think that you should let people bite you to get us across a river, even if they're nice.
What if she was starving? Like, what if she hadn't had food in a really long time?
Well, that's on her to explain that, and we should talk about that all of us. If you are going to tell me that I shouldn't be sacrificial of myself, like what everyone's saying about my mom, then you need to take your own advice and understand that you don't have to lose so that everyone else can win. Can I put it that way?
I guess. I don't know if... I feel like she's different. Though, I feel like that's different somehow.
What, that Bav is different?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, they're probably rushing up to the top of these stairs, and I'm very bad at climbing stairs because I'm very weak.
Oh.
So we have a little bit of time. Why do you think she's different?
She treats me differently. Makes me feel special.
Because she kissed you?
Yeah, and she talked to me.
I talked to you.
I don't know, my mom said when you know, you just know. They make you feel like nothing can pull you down again. And I've never felt that way before. I didn't think I ever could.
I don't know anything about that.
I didn't think I did either.
It just seems... I don't like what I saw on you.
Well, I promise I won't let her bite me again unless she really, really, really needs it. And I won't let strangers bite me again.
I guess if that's the most that I can get out of that. But, like, none of us are going to ask to bite you. I hope I don't regret saying that. I don't think so.
Cut to 60 episodes later. About that.
Ego, after succumbing
Turns
to
into-
Fey vampirism,
Yeah.
please. I know what I said, but your blood. Your blood.
Your blood.
Well,
I'll try to be better.
Yeah, well, just we're in a place where things can be deceptive. You know that.
Yeah.
And she said that 3 of us could feed her. It didn't have to be you.
I really thought she just wanted my rations.
We did too. And Aurum and I should not have let you go back across on the boat alone.
Well, if Dawn doesn't forgive you guys, I forgive you guys.
Dawn's not wrong either. From what I understand, when you have a
Dawn was
family
wrong
of
for trying to
satyrs-
hurt her.
Man, fuck that shit.
You're not here.
Sorry.
Dawn's family gets into lots of trouble.
I know, I've never had a
And-
big brother before. I've heard that's what they
and-
do.
Well, and from what I may or may not have heard, speaking with someone that I cannot name for reasons,
Okay.
even if they all think that Dawn is weird and admittedly very boring and very annoying,
I
and
don't think it's
honestly,
annoying.
they said a lot of other things.
Oh.
The one thing that they said that he is not is a liar. He's very truthful. He says things like it is, oftentimes in a harsh way, which
Yeah.
makes them all upset,
Yeah.
but they get also upset because he's never been wrong.
Yeah. I don't know how you can be right for that, though.
It's not wrong to protect you.
Yeah. I know.
And I think she was fine. She kind of just poofed. She
Yeah,
was probably immensely powerful and could kill us all.
I think she's pretty strong.
Yeah.
She was talking to me in my brain. Like I can with you guys.
Oh. Hmm. Maybe we'll keep that information cuz you know, if she starts telling you to do things
Mm-hmm.
because you like her a lot,
Mm-hmm.
especially if it's things that the rest of us wouldn't like, then we should talk about it.
Ego, you can roll one more Arcana check because
Okay.
some new information has been revealed that offers additional context.
I'm using a physical die.
I was trying to
Hold on.
what other information can I feed to you naturally? And you're like, she's probably pretty strong. And Clover's like, yeah, kinda.
You said Arcana?
Yes.
25.
Okay. Clover says that, and you kind of there's a moment where you're just you take the information in and respond, and then it gives you pause because you remember your mother. She's told you about a lot of different creatures, and a lot of different power that strange creatures have, largely as a way to learn how to take that power for yourself, or be mindful of how to avoid it when you need to. And you remember her telling you about a very ancient type of fae called the Bavanshi. They're known as mothers of banshees, and they are a type of always female fae, very beautiful women. And your mother kind of would have told you this, that if you have the ability to use your looks to your advantage, you should always do it, because when people see someone who's maybe weak and very attractive looking, they will always try to take advantage of you, but they will also be more easily swayed by your good looks, because she would have told you people are shallow, and people take looks as the first thing, and they make decisions on how their morals and who they are just based on how they look. And the Bavanshi are known to take advantage of that. They typically like to lure other fae solitary to them, and they oftentimes will use either charm magic, or they're actually known to have a very captivating dance that is almost irresistible to people, and they will lure in other fae to consume their blood. The reason that they do this is that originally undeath and fae, very uncommon, very rare, and they are not undead. But long ago, there were fae who came into contact with vampires and vampiric creatures and decided to adopt those practices, but in their own kind of way, and still living as fae.
It's like vampirism with a fae accent.
Yeah, they're not undead. They have just adopted vampirism and have been doing it for so long that it has kind of altered them as creatures. They're no longer the people that they once were. They're now their own type of people. And they're very cunning. Lord. They're very conniving. They're very manipulative. And they're also known, they will not drink from animals or beasts. They will only drink from fae, because drinking from animals and beasts is uncultured and lowly.
I'm quite sure. I wait for her to put her little kitty earphones on. There she is. I'm quite sure, now that I think about it, Clover, that my mother has told me about what Bav is.
Oh, yeah?
And they are dangerous. Extremely so.
And she was so nice.
That's partially why they're dangerous. Think about it this way. A rose is a very pretty flower. You can sometimes be so distracted by its beauty that you get stuck by its thorns. just because she's nice and just because she's pretty and all of these other things does not mean that she's not also dangerous. We're your friends. We're dangerous. I don't mean to say that to make you like scared to be around us, but like we're dangerous.
Yeah.
I incinerated bunny people.
Yeah, we did that.
So you know, it doesn't have to be one thing or the other. It can be both. She can be very nice to you. But you need to think.
Okay.
Just okay? Just
Okay.
think. Okay.
I'll try.
Now let's see if those two are trying to push each other off of this cliff.
Oh no.
Sorry, one second. I'm putting something in lore dumps for you.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll just be like, Clapper Claw, can you put like a little bit of hay on in the furnace, so to speak? Can you light a little fire under your tushy?
Yeah, I
But
can
not
run.
literally.
I'm gonna run right now.
Okay.
I don't want a fire under my tushy.
We go after the boys.
Sorry, I'm just finishing this thing.
It's all good. Good.
There you go. This is like what Ego would know. It's in lore dumps.
Alrighty. Yeah,
Um,
Ego's like we don't have time to talk about that right now.
Yeah.
I'll write that all down for everybody.
Yeah, that's the knowledge they would have. Okay, so Aurum and Dawn. Anything going on other than walking up some stairs?
I'm just going for the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just walking behind him. He doesn't really want to talk.
Okay. Yeah. It takes you a couple minutes, and as you they kissed. As you climb higher and higher, you pass through the tree line, and you keep going and going and going, and eventually, you are like making a pass as this staircase spirals up along like the face of it that basically looks out over most of the rest of Thither. And basically all of the area in this Roll20 map that you are on is revealed to you. You can see, like, as you're staring kind of into, like into the rest of the forest here, you see this, like, big lake in the center. You see the massive fallen tree, and you notice that around that tree, like, it seems like, all of the other, like, plants seem to be, like, turning kind of brownish. It's like there's almost like a brown, like, section there. You can see that there is some sort of a beach way up north, and a bunch of, like, little clearings. There's a couple other, like, much larger mountains that erupt from the forest, and you also notice that there seems to be floating mountains, like, up over here, kind of. Ignore the dragon in the top right corner of the map, it's just for flavor. Like, over here, if you can see where I'm pinging, there's, like, some floating mountains that are attached by something to the other mountains. And you see that river that snakes all throughout the territory. But eventually, as you're nearing the tippy top of this rocky, like, plinth, I don't even know what you call this, like, it's like a butte, I think, is the geological term. I don't really know. The staircase ends very abruptly, and there's, like, this big circle. But it's not the circle that Clover showed you guys and that you saw when you arrived with, like, the light glowing out of it. This is on, like, the opposite side of this, like, plateau. And, like, it's perfectly, like, dark. And when you look in, you can see at the very far end, there's, like, another, like, little circle of, like, glowing golden light. but like a dark tunnel.
I'll wait
Walk in the
for...
tunnel.
No, I'm gonna grab him by the back of his mane.
What do you want from me? Why are you touching me?
I want you to wait for everyone else to get here before you go off and
That's
do something
classic. That's
stupid.
classic. You want to wait for everybody else, but you want to take the first swing on a creature that was extremely dangerous.
Yes, don't complain about me doing something without consulting the group
Let
when
me
that's
ask
all
you. Let me
you
ask you.
do.
If you're fighting a bear, do you want to fight the bear in its den, or do you want to fight the bear somewhere else where it's
I
not
don't
used
give
to
a
where it
fuck
is?
when I'm fighting the bear.
Well,
the
maybe
bear
you
did
should.
something to my friend,
Maybe
so I'm
you
swinging
should.
on it.
You mistake tact for idiocracy.
You mistake.
You're
telling me
Your
I
cockiness
mistake
is going to
tact
be
for
your
idiocracy.
downfall of this party.
I cannot.
You're not a
believe
part of my
you
pride,
are
and
the
I don't
one-
have to listen to you.
I cannot believe you are the one telling me about cockiness when we all have basically
You're right,
had
King
to sit
Don.
here
You know it all.
and babysit you every
You
single
know it
time
all.
you
You're
wanna
correct
do or
all the
say
time.
Something stupid.
You've never done anything wrong in your
All
life.
you do is say something and act stupid, and then we have to pick up
You
after
mistake
you, and
tact
then you
for
go and do
idiocracy.
something else stupid, and you know you do stupid things. You
Okay,
probably
Don.
think it's funny.
Listen, Don.
Clover, I think
honestly,
they're this way.
honestly, you don't have to like me, Don. You don't.
I didn't ask for permission.
You're not a part of my pride. You're never going to be a part of my pride, and I really
don't
don't
want
care
to
what you
be.
think about me. Little Cat and Ego are much higher on my priority list. I'm going to be honest.
Give a shit. They're higher
Well, maybe
on my
you should.
priority list
Maybe
too,
you should.
which
Because
is
what
why
if that
I was the only one
creature you
who
attacked?
had-
Well,
What if that
okay,
creature
okay.
you attacked-
Everyone take it. Is everyone okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is everyone
Yeah.
okay? Okay. Continue.
What if that creature you attacked turned around and killed Little Cat because it had a hold on Little Cat?
Counterpoint, what if that creature having a hold on Little Cat is going to do something way worse since we didn't kill it?
What if we got it away from where it was, and instead of swinging on it and making it disappear, we had an opportunity to fight it in a place that it wasn't used to?
What if we
'Cause it
didn't have
offered
the
to come
time
with
to
us.
do that?
We have plenty of time from what I've seen.
You guys hear all of this yelling, by the way. The other two of you. You fully hear it.
Sorry, I was muted, but I was like, can we stop yelling, please? I'm okay. Everybody's okay. Can we just stop fighting
No,
for like
no,
5
this has been-
minutes?
It's always like this.
It's always like this because
I'm
you're
sorry.
the one doing dumb shit. All I wanted was for somebody to watch her and make sure this didn't happen, and I couldn't even expect that of you.
It's no one's fault. It's my fault. Stop fighting.
It's not your fucking fault!
It feels like my fault.
Listen, all we gotta do is figure our shit out, and then I'll go back to my tribe, and you'll never see me again.
I don't-
Honestly,
It's
that's all I
not
want to do anyway.
about that. I just wish...
Don't you want to get back to your taxes and your family you don't care about? Like, what do you want from me, Don?
Don't insinuate I don't care about my family because everything that I do is for them. Just because you live in a world where you don't have to worry about real world shit like
You don't know what I
money
worry about.
and
Don.
things.
You don't know what I worry. Money's your biggest thing. Money.
Yes, you live in the
That's
middle
your
of the
biggest
wilderness.
worry?
I'm sure you don't have to worry about that.
Well, maybe
But I do.
maybe if you opened your heart instead of opening your pocketbook, you would have a better time in life.
I can't fucking do that, you piece of shit!
The first thing on your priority list when you tell me I don't know what I'm doing with my life
I
is
didn't
say that
say
I don't
that.
have money.
I didn't say that.
Money don't matter to me.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
Don't put words in my mouth.
I want to what? Because they're both tall guys, so they're yelling up here. I would like you both to just. I would like you both to just know that the top of the little witch's hat is gonna come into the like lower periphery of your view as I stand in between you two, because I know that your faces are like this right now. I know that they're
I'm
like
baring
this
my
right now.
teeth and everything. Full on fangs
So-
out.
I'm going to put a little hand on one of you and a little hand on the other one of you, and I'm going to say, I really hate being a mediator. It's super stupid. And I think that most of the time problems could be resolved if everyone just fought to the death.
Oh,
But
I will. I will right now.
No. There's a but. There's more to my sentence. We all come from very different worlds.
If you want to fight it out, we can fight it out.
I have no problem with that.
You think just
We all
because I
come
spend
from-
all day in a building doing business shit, it doesn't mean I won't.
At least I don't have to hide behind armor and a shield.
Hey, you're both being rude. Ego's trying to say something.
I didn't even ask for this. What are you trying to say, Ego?
We come from very different lives, but we're here together now. And I don't think, despite what anyone thinks, I'm confident in my abilities. I know you two are confident in yours. No one is going to make it out of the Feywild alone.
Whatever. Just don't let him act like a hypocrite.
Hello, kettle. Meat pot.
Now, what the fuck are we even doing here?
Go into the golden light at the end of the
I'm
tunnel.
not talking to you.
I'm sure you can see it
I'm
with your
not
eyes.
talking to you.
Gold. It's gold, so obviously you'll see it.
We're trying to learn more about Tabitha Nightshade,
Tabitha.
who is our... Did I say Tabitha?
Yeah.
Tabitha.
We're trying to learn more... Sorry,
You
it's been
good.
a day.
I
We're
know.
trying to learn more about Scabatha Nightshade, who, if I need to remind you, is our real enemy. Okay. We're going to look inside this cave. We're going to see what it is, if there is anything that we can learn about this place here. And if we do or do not, we will then move to the next place. That is all we can do, is get as much information about Scabatha as we can so that we can confront her and then move on to the third. Because we're not going home. You to Waterdeep. You to your pride. Me somewhere. Until they're all dealt with.
You
Or
are.
I destroy all of reality.
As like the silence hangs between all of you, like you can feel this like there's like this cool breeze that's just kind of like constantly blowing up here. And it's the only other sound that you can hear other than the talking between all of you, because you're so high up above the forest you don't hear the birds and the creatures and the creaking of branches and the rustle of leaves. It's just like a faint whistle of wind. And it's not cold. It's not like a biting wind, but it's cool. It would be, kind of soothing. And like as you're all up here arguing, and like you're all just cast in this like golden light of perpetual sunset, and the sky above you is painted in the most vibrant shades of orange and red and pink and purple and yellow that you've ever seen. Every sunset that you've ever been under pales in comparison to this. And yet, there is something dark and sad and heavy that is weighing on all of you. based on what you have all just experienced and this tension that has flared within the group. But you are at the top of this plateau, and there is a gaping hole before you.
And we can all agree that we like that, right?
I love gaping holes.
I hold Don's hand. I hold Aurum's hand. We can all be united in our love of gaping holes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I don't actually do that.
Yes, you do.
No.
It's like just an image that pops up in his head. It's like, if only.
Let's see. I'm just gonna real quick. I'm gonna do just a swish of my wand of secrets just to make sure that we're not missing anything at the
good
entrance
idea.
here.
Good idea.
Okay. Remind me, what the
so
wording of that is?
I will gladly. So if basically it's just if a secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you, the wand will pulse and point at the one nearest to you. That's it. Only doors and traps that are secret.
Yeah, you wave the wand, and it does not pulse or point in any direction. So you get the sense that there are not secret doors or traps in this place.
All right. Yeah, Ego, basically, so what everyone just sees is Ego takes out a stick and goes, whoosh, and puts it back in their pocket. Does anyone have anything else, or can we go in this cave?
I'm gonna throw up a
Throw
detect.
up.
I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah, she was like, I'm gonna throw up. If you've ever seen, what I was really expecting was if you've seen Castlevania, the anime, I was expecting you to be like, fuck you. Yes, go fuck yourself. Eat shit and die.
Honestly, she's like so stressed and upset watching the fighting happen, and she feels very much like it's her fault. So she's staying, giving them space instead of inserting herself into the middle. She's now like backing the fuck off and is gonna just cast detect magic at a distance, but maintain a distance.
Yeah, so
you see that you're charmed head to toe.
yeah, like actually, like as your like little tail kind of swishes around you, you notice that you yourself are wreathed in this like kind of like pink magic that's just like weighing down on you without you feeling it. And you know that to be enchantment magic.
Well,
And as you look into the gaping hole, you kind of get like conjuration.
okay. This really might just be a lighthouse. And also in my mind, I'm like, damn, Ego's probably right.
Yeah, I think that's like a moment where like, see, this is tricky because at the end of like a regular charm person spell, they know that they were charmed by you, but to be self-aware of your own charm
While it's actively happening. It's probably
I
like
think
really conflicting.
Yeah, I feel like there's still a part of you that would like, just because
Wants
you're
to
charmed,
believe.
you would logic
Yeah.
this as like she did that, like, you know,
For
she's
me.
my friend.
Yeah.
She did that for a good reason.
Yeah, if the effect is that you treat her like a good friend, then you, yeah.
She
Whatever
made
you
me
would-
feel like this weight was lifted. Like she made me feel good.
She saw you in a way that sometimes you don't feel seen. You know, she
Yeah.
made you feel special. She noticed little things about you. She took the effort to check in with you.
Yeah.
And when other people were having big moments, she was focused on you.
Yeah.
And as somebody
So
who
that can't be wrong. That can't be a bad person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
As somebody who gets pushed to the wayside a lot, or somebody who is just perpetually left out, to, you know, for somebody to call out the rice ball,
Yeah.
it means a lot to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep that to myself. Like, when I realize that I have this, like, weighted magic on me of enchantment, like, she acknowledges that Ego wasn't lying to her and was honestly being, like, worried and truthful, but she's not gonna bring it up. She's gonna be like, okay, Ego was right, like, they had a point. I understand where they're coming from, but this woman can't be all bad. Like, yeah, maybe she's powerful, but she's not dangerous to me.
She had her reasons.
She had her reasons.
Yeah.
At least for the moment, that's where she's at. But yeah.
For now.
She will explain the conjuration on the light though.
Yeah. So she'll tell you that there's conjuration magic in this tunnel. Like down at the golden light.
Do we have anything to make some light? I mean, I know it's sort of a big thing full of light, but just in case. We could go in now.
I can minor illusion some light.
I don't know if that one will work.
You could like make
Doesn't
like a minor illusion. I don't think it makes light. I think like you could make like an illusion of a fire, but it doesn't create
it doesn't
light.
actually
It's just an
create light?
image. I don't think it does light. I think it can do sound.
Oh no, it
Smell.
can't create sound, light, smell, or any others. Never mind. I lied. I thought
Or
it could.
yeah, like it's just like a little picture.
She does a picture of a fire and is like, oh,
Oh no.
oh no.
I
I'm
have
still
torches.
learning.
I have
All right,
torches and
I
a
just-
tinderbox in my bindle.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I don't know why, but because this thing, the main thing about it is that it shoots a beam of light, I feel weirdly like it could get very dark depending on how this goes. Is that weird to think of? I don't know. But
No, you're
we
worried
could
if the
go
light,
in.
if the conjuration drop, like if the light drops, we're gonna be in complete darkness.
In complete darkness. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I could light a torch. Yeah, I have plenty.
You
Okay.
so
I
as
have
a,
Druidcraft.
well, a quick point of order for Aurum. Since you made your bargain with Bavlorna, you have not been able to light non-magical
right.
fires. Same as
yeah.
same with Ego, but I don't think either of you have tried since.
Yeah,
Or maybe at the riverbank, but it wouldn't have. Someone else would have had to do it.
Mm.
I'm gonna take out a torch and then light it using Druidcraft.
Yeah, I have Druidcraft. I forgot I had that.
You can light torches, and the firelight casts like a faint orange glow. And you can see that like the walls of this tunnel that were dark, like they're just like perfectly smooth and like rounded, carved into this stone, and it goes down to that pinprick of light that's circular in shape. You can't see what it's illuminating.
Alaskan bullworm.
Alaskan bullworm.
Oh no.
It's big and hairy and big.
Just like nevermind.
No.
can we put our eye on the pinprick of light?
Like see it?
Like, can
Or
we,
like-
like a hole to look through? Or
Do you go in the tunnel?
yeah,
Is everybody else following?
Yeah, I'm going
Yes.
in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going at
Okay.
a distance though. I'm following everybody.
Yeah. So Aurum probably like kind of near the front. You walk through this tunnel and it's like pretty long. Like there's a point where you realize like you definitely, based on the size of like this plateau, like probably should have reached the other side by now. And the pinprick, it's getting like a little bit bigger, but you're not like looking out of that like circular hole that you saw just yet. Do you keep going?
We probably need another nostalgia thought.
yeah. I mean, I'm gonna keep going, but I'm gonna think about like the pinprick of the sun coming up over the horizon. You know, just in the morning, that little peak of the sun coming over.
Okay.
You keep walking and walking, and you spend like a good 30 minutes to an hour walking. And it's getting a little bit bigger, but you're not there. And at one point, like when maybe you all like kind of stop to be like, this is going. You look behind you, like the entrance that you came in is no longer there.
I fucking hate it here.
It's just a dark tunnel.
But the light is getting bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Do you keep going?
Do we get smaller? Don is like looking around. He's like, "Do we get fucking small again?"
No. The proportions of this tunnel have not changed.
Okay.
It's like maybe like the diameter of this like circular hole was maybe like 15 to 20 feet, and that doesn't appear to have changed.
Mm-hmm.
Just have to keep going forward.
I would just keep walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you walk for like probably 2 more hours. And then eventually, finally, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, literally. And as you begin to like step into this light, you feel soft, cool earth beneath your feet. Which is strange because you're in a plateau, like very high up above everything. And there's a path ahead of you, and there are trees.
You said that this thing was giving conjuration magic or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looks at Ego. What the fuck does conjuration do?
It does a... Can I just go, or do you want me
Yeah,
to
do it. Yeah, you know.
It can do a variety of things. Namely, it can summon creatures. Such as when I created Karma, and it could summon more powerful creatures if it was more powerful conjuration magic. It can also, because the conjuring is transporting something to you, it could transport you or others somewhere else.
Okay. So we're going somewhere else.
It seems to be possibly sending us somewhere. Yes. Less a lighthouse, more a doorway.
Well,
Perhaps.
Takes out sword and shield just in case.
Yeah, you are basically at this threshold point almost where like you're still in like the darkness of the tunnel, but now you can see that there's like some sort of like path ahead and forest. Do you continue forward?
We came this far.
Okay. Oh, go ahead.
We did leave Juniper.
Yeah, but we left. I mean, what else are we? You want us to make the hours-long trek back to walk all the way down the stairs and try to get her up?
It's just I'm just bringing up that if this takes us somewhere far, far away, she will have been told to sit and wait, and we don't come back.
Maybe it's a two-way trip.
We just have to do it backwards.
I wasn't suggesting a course of action. I was just reminding.
Well, now I'm asking what course of action.
might do another detect magic to see if any of it's changed now that we're closer.
Yeah, you can just turn that on. Like you just
Yeah.
have that ability.
Like a
Like,
locksmith.
yeah. The conjuration magic is gone. You're just getting like the general Feywild like magic that's kind of just in everything. You're
So there's
not.
nothing on like the threshold or anything.
You
if
get
I
the sense that it's more like in this tunnel that's behind you.
Oh, so if I look behind me, it's still there?
You look behind you, and like this dark tunnel like begins. It like kind of is almost fading into like trees, and you're realizing that now this tunnel was actually just like tree branches that had like locked together and formed like a pathway, like very dark in the woods. And you don't see any conjuration magic.
I think it's too late to go back for her.
Then let's hope it's like Don said and it can work both ways. Let's see where it takes us.
All right. Along the path ahead, roots and vines begin to bend and twist upward, arching over the forest floor. The tendrils weave their way through low-hanging branches as the foliage thickens, and it forms this tunnel that leads very deep into this forest, this wood. And the trees here are different. They don't quite look the same. They're a little bit darker, but also a little bit more full of life, like a very lush, deep green. And you don't sense any of that rot that you could kind of see in places throughout thither. And as you're kind of looking around and you step more into the space, you hear this like deep melodious voice that's kind of filtering through the space so that you can't quite catch the words. It sounds like they're almost like recounting a marvelous tale. And a little squirrel like frolics from the underbrush and like goes towards this like pathway through the woods and continues until they are out of sight. Like this little red squirrel. And as you are here in this more forest, we are going to conclude tonight's game.
Thanks for the raid at the end of the game. We appreciate it.
Oh no! Oh my god, thank you for the raid. Sorry guys. I needed to end early tonight because I have to do something for work very early in the morning.
Normally we go a little bit later.
Thank you, everyone.
I can give you guys another another 5-10 minutes if you wanna keep it moving and do like one more little thing.
You need sleep. You've had a rough
Yeah,
week. You need
I
sleep.
think we're at a good stopping point. We're looking down the path.
We literally crossed a threshold.
You did.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ins and Oddities. I'm sorry that you guys are coming literally right at the end. We'll be here. We'll be here next week. I don't think there's any holidays next week, right?
Yeah, raid us again.
Yeah, we'll be here. We'll be here like all of the days.
All of the days.
Thank you for the raid. But yeah, and also thank you to my players. I know that was definitely a heavy one. There were some heavy themes there, and a lot of tension.
The acting.
Yeah. So
all love.
Thank you for putting your trust into me, and
Hell yeah.
Thank you for getting really into it. You can all have a D6 of Bardic Inspiration for the next session.
Oh.
That was a lot for all of you, and everyone did a very good job.
Hell yeah. GG babies.
Sometimes roleplay is hard.
Sometimes roleplay is hard.
Yeah. So, and thank you for letting me just do a couple check-ins there.
No, we appreciate that.
But good job, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you to those of you who are watching. Don't forget to check out Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle games. Little Dragon CCG. And check out Sirenscape. Yeah, we're here on Thursdays. Most of them. We usually take like one off a month. So yeah. Don't forget to tune in next week. And The next time a vampiric fae wants to give you a little kissy kiss on your neck, don't forget to add your proficiency bonus. We'll see you next week.
Love you,
Bye.
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 Bye.